MV Golden Carrier completes overnight sea trial. Tobago Peace Walk marks 36th anniversary of 1990 coup attempt, and the Tobago trafficking ring bust. Good evening and welcome. I'm Nicole Williams-Wilson. Thank you for making us your choice for local coverage this Monday, July 27th, 2026. You're tuned in to Tobago Updates Television News, where we bring you the stories shaping our island tonight. We begin this evening with our top story. The Inter-Island Sea Bridge is one step closer to expanding its freight capacity. The cargo vessel MV Golden Carrier completed its first full-capacity sea trial overnight, arriving at Port of Spain Ferry Terminal early Monday morning with 140 vehicles on board. Reporter Jewel Green George has these details.
Port officials confirmed that all trucks, trailers, and heavy equipment discharged without incident. The overnight voyage from Scarborough to Port of Spain follows rigorous joint inspections conducted on Sunday by technical teams from the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, NITCO, and Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company. The vessel first berthed in Trinidad on Saturday, July 25th, before sailing to Tobago to begin practical testing. Crew members and port personnel focused on testing ramp alignment, deck load distribution, and turnaround times during live boarding operations. Maritime authorities report that berthing maneuvers at both Scarborough and Port of Spain met safety standards. The trial run forms part of a mandatory readiness program required before the vessel receives final clearance for commercial service. With initial sea trials complete, technical teams are evaluating performance data to clear the vessel for regular daily sailings. The Port Authority states that adding the MV Golden Carrier will stabilize cargo movement and reduce freight backlogs between the two islands. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
To mark 36 years since the 1990 coup attempt, a nationwide peace march is taking place across Tobago, bringing citizens together to honor memory and strengthen national solidarity. Guided by country flag bearer David Nelson, the trek set off from Castara at 5 a.m. The procession threaded its way through Scarborough before wrapping up at Crum Point. Nelson highlighted that the trek serves a dual purpose, prompting thoughtful recollection of a defining moment in the nation's past, while actively spreading a message anchored in harmony, compassion, and togetherness. The insurrection began on July 27, 1990, when members of the Jamaat al-Muslimin launched a sudden assault on the government. Over 6 tense days, the siege claimed 24 lives and left scores wounded, carving out a painful chapter that continues to weigh heavily on the national conscience. Through every mile, the endeavor seeks to transform a solemn remembrance into a hopeful stride towards lasting unity for Trinidad and Tobago. In a press release issued by the Ministry of Homeland Security, authorities confirmed that a major multi-agency operation has dealt a significant blow to an alleged human trafficking network operating between Trinidad and Tobago. Reports state that following several months of intelligence gathering, the counter-trafficking unit executed 3 preventive detention orders under the Emergency Powers Regulation in Operation Iceberg, marking the CTU's first major enforcement operation in Tobago. According to official statements, officers arrested 41-year-old Titus Dubois, an active member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force in St. James, on the 22nd of July, while 2 alleged co-conspirators, 26-year-old Francis Carolina Rangel Ojeda and 38-year-old Damon Dominic Charles were detained in Scarborough and Signal Hill, Tobago, on the 24th and 25th of July. Reports indicate the ring targeted vulnerable individuals for commercial sexual exploitation, including a 17-year-old Venezuelan minor allegedly lured to Tobago under a fraudulent job offer. Officials released details show that search warrants in Signal Hill and Milford Road also led officers to intercept 8 Latin American women for immigration and trafficking screening. Charges are expected to be laid as investigation continues. Stay tuned to Tobago updates as more information becomes available on this developing investigation. Up next, the Division of Food Security and Agostini launched Tobago Giant African Snail Eradication Drive.
Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Every village has a story. Every tradition has a voice. This July 16th to August 1st, discover them all at the 2026 Tobago Heritage Festival. This year's theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story, invites you to experience the customs, resilience, and rich cultural legacy that continue to define Tobago. Join us for unforgettable performances, village celebrations, and authentic cultural experiences across the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for event details.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. This girl, I wanna know you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, on a flame when she cooking.
Thank you for staying with us. Efforts are intensifying across Tobago to curb the spread of the giant African snail, a destructive invasive species posing a double threat to the island's food security and public health. To combat this growing issue, the Division of Food Security has joined forces with Agostini Solutions Limited on a coordinated eradication push. Alia Balgobin has the details in this report.
The giant African snail continues to be a growing concern for Tobagonians, damaging local crops and threatening agricultural livelihoods. In response, a collaborative initiative between the Division of Food Security and Agostini Solutions Limited aims to roll out targeted control measures, boost community awareness, and give farmers direct access to specialized management products. Speaking at the launch, Brandon Abraham from Agostini Solutions Plus highlighted a new treatment option brought to the local market to tackle the invasive pest at every stage of its life cycle.
The giant African snail, which is an invasive species that falls under the mollusk group, that has been having a negative impact on both islands in terms of food security and also public health. As it is right now, we have introduced a new product, our metaldehyde, 5% from Agostini Solutions Plus, which is designed to, 1, withstand weather conditions, 2, control both the adult and the juvenile, and also the eggs as well. Now, our bait is new to the market, but it is backed with a company known as VAPCO.
Controlling the population, however, requires more than just applying baits. Effective eradication relies on an integrated approach, starting with basic farm sanitation to disrupt the pest breeding environment before applying chemical controls.
Creating an area that the snails will not thrive, ensuring that they don't have access to a cool climate, they don't have access to water, they don't have access to food. You're making the environment unfavorable for them to survive. That's one aspect. Then we start with our baiting using our metaldehyde snail bait, 5%, and that is going to be controlling the adults and the juveniles. And the last step is to collecting the carcass of the snails and eradicating it from within your area. The best option right now is to burn them, because if you don't burn them, there's a possibility of the eggs being viable.
The threat extends well beyond ruined harvests. Health officials and agricultural specialists warn that snails pose severe health risks to everyday households, as they can act as disease vectors if left unchecked in residential areas.
The giant African snail is not only going to impact the crop farmers, it has a negative impact on all of us, because the snails do not only have an impact from eating crops, but also too, they have the ability to become vectors or carriers of leptospirosis. If they get in contact with rat fecal or discharge, they could then transport that bacteria wherever they pass.
With joint public and private sector action underway, authorities are urging farmers and residents alike to stay vigilant, maintain clean surrounding environments, and dispose of snail carcasses safely to protect both Tobago's agriculture and public health. Alia Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Tobago Coast Guard recruitment process has advanced into its second phase of its national recruitment drive. Applicants who cleared the initial document verification process at MILAT sat their written entrance exam last week. Testing took place under strict supervision at the designated center. The exam measures general knowledge, language skills, and aptitude for maritime service and marks phase 2 of the process. The Defence Force opened this intake for citizens between 18 and 25-year-old, holding valid academic qualifications and clean police records. Candidates who pass this written stage move to physical fitness tests, medical checks, and interview in the upcoming weeks. Their recruitment drive is intended to support operational strength across national coastal defense, search and rescue operations, and border security for the Twin Island Republic. Defence Force officials remind hopeful candidates to follow updates only through verified military social media pages. False announcements circulating online should be ignored. The Tobago Emergency Management Agency, TEMA, continues to boost the island's disaster readiness capabilities. Last week, responders and management personnel engaged in comprehensive field training to master the quick deployment and operational management of a mobile field hospital. Alia Balgobin has the details in this report.
Running from Wednesday to Friday last week, the intensive exercise brought together participants to sharpen both theoretical and tactical operational skills. The initiative focused on preparing teams for high-stress scenarios, ensuring emergency medical infrastructure can be erected rapidly when crisis strikes. Stefan Mills outlines how the 3-day training progressed into hands-on operations.
The training, as indicated initially, started off with theory. Should have been the first day, that was Wednesday. and then yesterday and today, which the last 2 days, with the practical implementation. So the management aspect of the training that was implemented yesterday, the teams were dissected and they were tasked to build 2 different wings of the field hospital, right, which they implemented. After the implementation, we more or less break for a period, and they came back to do what you will call nocturnal operations. Right, so the nocturnal operations more or less is activities, various exercises and stuff in the night.
For participants on the ground, the stimulation provided vital insights into the logistical coordination and teamwork needed during major natural disasters such as hurricanes. Participant Andel Allen shared his experience following the exercise.
It has been a phenomenal experience. Earlier on today, when I was having conversations with some of the other participants, I had to express that sometimes only when you are a part of a training course that you have a full appreciation for what it takes. This course was centered around deploying a mobile hospital base, in the case of a disaster, hurricane, or anything like that there.
TEMA plans to continue hosting specialized simulations throughout the year, building a fully trained roster of responders ready to mobilize the field hospital at moment's notice whenever disaster strikes. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
Primary and secondary school students across Tobago preparing for the National Biennial Music Festival have a new training opportunity starting today, along with key venue updates to keep in mind. The Division of Education, Skills and Innovation, through its multicultural unit, has launched the National Biennial Music Festival Development Academy 2026 in partnership with the Tobago Music Association. The 3-week academy runs from July 27th to August 14th, operating Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is designed to offer expert instruction in vocal performance, steel pan, strings, woodwinds, African drumming, and non-pitched percussion to help young musicians prepare for the upcoming national competition. Organizers have announced updated locations for 2 discipline tracks. String sessions will now take place at Montgomery Government Primary School. Steel pan training will be held exclusively at Mason Hall Secondary School. The remaining locations remain as scheduled. Scarborough Methodist Primary School will host the vocal studio, while Scarborough RC Primary School will host percussion sessions. Parents and guardians seeking registration details or further information can contact the Multicultural Unit by phone at 299-0781, extension 3157 or 3158, or via email at multiculturalunit@thadert.gov.tt. We have more news straight ahead, but the conversation don't end here. You can stay plugged into Tobago's top stories 24/7. Head over to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and search at Tobago Updates. Follow, like, and to never miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Coming up, Barbados kicks off festival season with Crop Over, where you can live like a local. Moments of discovery and joy during Culinary Month in Antigua and Barbuda. Find that hero within you. As these women of vision share their stories of success, Caribbean Passport TV, your guide to what's happening in the region, here on this station.
Every tradition has a voice. This July 16th to August 1st, discover them all at the 2026 Tobago Heritage Festival. This year's theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story, invites you to experience the customs, resilience, and rich cultural legacy that continue to define Tobago. Join us for unforgettable performances, village celebrations, and authentic cultural experiences across the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for event details.
Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Welcome back. The Tobago Heritage Festival is halfway through, and Zari Kerr has claimed the crown as a 2026 Tobago Heritage Calypso monarch. Kerr outperformed 9 other finalists at the grand finale held on Saturday, July 25th at the Plymouth Hard Court. Reporter Jewel Green George has these details.
The Tobago Festivals Commission organized the premier event as part of the annual Tobago Heritage Festival under the theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story. Organizers required each contestant to perform 2 distinct selections during the competition. The showcase featured an original song inspired by the festival theme, alongside a performance in the Old Brigade tribute to Lord Nelson segment honoring the legendary Tobagonian Calypsonian. Kerr secured the title through exceptional vocal execution, lyrical content, and stage presentation across both rounds. The competition featured 10 finalists who advanced from the open competitions held on July 4th at the Shore Park Complex. Unlike previous years, the lineup contained no returning defending monarch, as 2025 champion Garvey Sandy chose not to defend the title. Kerr faced strong competition from fellow finalists including Delaney Baines, Jaleese Orr, Shamika Dinoon, Dion Phillip, Crystal Sargent Carter, Rolda John, Giselle Fraser, and Marina Marfan. Competitor Chevelle Williams captured the People's Choice Award after receiving the highest tally of fan votes during the evening. Organizers stated the annual competition continues to preserve the island's musical heritage and pass the traditional Calypso art form to future generations. Jubal Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Parents and legal guardians across Trinidad and Tobago have a second opportunity to secure early childhood education spaces for the upcoming school year. The Ministry of Education has reopened online registration for 3 and 4-year-olds entering government and government-assisted early childhood care and education centers. The application window opened on Sunday, July 26, and remains open through Saturday, August 8. Submissions must be completed online through the Ministry's parent portal at parentportal.moe.gov.tt. Applicants are required to upload specific digital documentation to complete the process. Required items include valid national photo identification for the parent or legal guardian, a photograph of the child's birth certificate, and an immunization record. Proof of residence is also required. Parents must upload a utility bill dated within the last 3 months. If the bill is under another person's name, an authorization letter and a copy of that person's national photo ID must be provided. Non-nationals must supply documentation for student permits or permit exemptions. Official statistics show public ECCE facilities account for over 150 government and government-assisted centers across the country, serving as the initial entry point for early childhood development. Parents requiring in-person assistance with the portal can visit the Ministry of Education at Education Towers on St. Vincent Street in Port of Spain. The public is reminded that all submissions must be finalized before the portal closes on August 8. Food, fellowship, and friendly village rivalry took center stage for Speyside at their annual harvest. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine shared what he called his precise and winning strategy to pull off the massive turnout that is Tobago village harvest. Jewel Green George has this report.
The eastern village of Speyside turned into a focal point of celebration on Sunday, July 26, drawing crowds from across the island. While earlier harvest turnouts in places like Delaford proved strong, Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary Farley Augustine insists Speyside holds the top spot.
This year, Delaford harvest pick up because I was in Delaford this year. Delaford harvest did pick up this year in terms of numbers and traffic. But Speyside going to blow everybody out of the park.
Preparing endless pans of traditional baked goods demands serious effort. Augustine credits group teamwork for making the heavy cooking workload manageable.
It's not a one-man effort like me. It's me, it's all my cousin and them, it's uncle that come from America, it's cousins that come from Trinidad, it's everybody, sister come in, everybody pitching.
Beyond divvying up kitchen labor, combining household funds keeps hosting expenses manageable during major cultural celebrations.
Effort. That is the cheat code to get a successful harvest. Instead of trying to do it by yourself in your small family, do it as an extended family. When you do it as an extended family, you save money and you get to put out a whole lot more. And the family just get to come together like a mini family reunion all in one. And the village benefits because everybody's coming home.
Local organizers view the event as both a financial boost for the village and a vital reason for relatives to return home. As another harvest season moves forward, community members say family collaboration remains the key to preserving island heritage. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Tobago's Carnival culture took center stage recently as Carnival band Bago Limers officially launched their upcoming presentation, promising high-energy, vibrant vibes and an unforgettable experience on the road. The launch brought together Carnival enthusiasts and mass lovers eager to catch a preview of what the band has planned for the season. Over the years, Bago Limers has built a strong reputation not only locally but as traveling cultural ambassadors, taking Tobago's carnival spirit to major regional and international stages. Speaking at the launch, band representative Avery Seaton highlighted the energy the band brings to the road and their ongoing mission to showcase Tobago to the world.
This is the beginning. Like this is 2026, you know, you can look forward for much more on the road. But the road is about vibes, it's about energy. And overseas customers, companies, because we are the Limers, you know, we go to Carnival, we go Miami, we go Barbados, we go London, we go Point Portland, Trinidad. Every Carnival, we can see the Limers. So when we go, we are pushing the presentation, we are we are the ambassadors for Carnival. We do ambassadorship. We go out there and showcase what Tobago can do.
With anticipation already building for the upcoming Carnival season, Bago Limers is continuing its push to bring mass lovers together and keep Tobago's Carnival brand thriving at home and abroad. The weather report when we return.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Don't scream in a bank. That have lock up in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. Haul your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That making any financial sense.
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax.
Oh!
My lunch is over. Oh!
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, I don't get one sooner.
Every village has a story. Every tradition has a voice. This July 16th to August 1st, discover them all at the 2026 Tobago Heritage Festival. This year's theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story, invites you to experience the customs, resilience, and rich cultural legacy that continue to define Tobago. Join us for unforgettable performances, village celebrations, and authentic cultural experiences across the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for event details.
Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Welcome back. Every day we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. For our social media poll today, we asked, with technical inspection underway for the MV Golden Carrier, how confident are you in the new replacement vessel's ability to maintain a reliable inter-island cargo sea bridge? 24% voted very confident, looks ready to go. 72% voted cautiously optimistic, waiting to see sea trial results, and 4% voted skeptical. We need a permanent long-term solution. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. Now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight across Trinidad and Tobago, Patches of showers are likely at times, and there is a medium 40% chance of the odd isolated thunderstorm. For the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, expect partly cloudy skies with intervals of showers and the risk of the odd heavy shower or thunderstorm, especially over the windwards. Minimum temperature tonight are expected to drop to 25 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 26 degrees Celsius at Crom Point. Tomorrow, Tuesday, conditions will be generally sunny and hazy. Partly cloudy spells and showers are possible over a few areas during the day, but are expected to become more likely during the afternoon, evening, and night. There is also a medium 40% chance of isolated heavy showers or thunderstorm activity. Please beware that street flooding and gusty winds are likely in the event of heavy downpours. A relatively mild concentration of Saharan dust is currently present in the region, so sensitive persons are advised to take the necessary precautions. The heat index is forecast to register at 38 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 37 degrees Celsius at Crom Point. Seas remain moderate, with waves in open waters ranging from 1 to 1.5 meters. In sheltered areas, waves will remain below 1 meter but can become choppy near showers. For those monitoring the tides on Tuesday, in Port of Spain, high tides are at 3:48 a.m. and 4:59 p.m., with low tides at 10:32 a.m. and 10:33 p.m. In Scarborough, high tides are at 3:36 a.m. and 3:42 p.m., with low tides at 10:25 a.m. and 10:55 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:54 and sunset will be at 6:30. And that brings us to the end of tonight's news coverage. From all of us in the newsroom, thank you for making us your trusted source for local stories tonight. Stay safe, stay connected, and have a wonderful evening. Here's a quick look back at the headlines shaping our island. MV Golden Carrier completes overnight sea trial. Tobago Peace Walk marks 36th anniversary of 1990 coup attempt. And Tobago trafficking ring bust.